Hello, hello, hello. We are almost live. We are almost live. I think we're live. We're just gonna wait. We're just gonna wait a little bit of time. We're just gonna wait to allow people to enter this live stream as well as a guest that we have. So let's just hold on in a moment. Just hold on, everybody. We're going to be going live shortly. Even though we are live, we're just allowing people to enter the room. We're allowing people to enter this room. We're going to be promoting this conversation, and then we're going to get started. We're going to talk about the blockbusters. We're going to talk about the blockbusters that are about to happen. This is going to be a fun conversation, so just hold on one moment. Hold on one moment, people. Hold on, people. Hold on. Hold on, people. Hold on. All right, so as we wait, hold on. Welcome to Movie Talk Now. This is our first live stream we've done in a very long time. Be sure to let me know in the comments, is this something that you guys want to see in the future? Is this something that is more along the lines of a conversation you want to join in? Do you want more conversations with the audience, or do you want more videos like we've done in the past where they're already edited, they're already thought out, they're already ready to go? Is that the kind of content you want to continue seeing on Movie Talk Now, or do you want to see live streams, conversations like this? I can only know with your input. So be sure to let us know in the comments. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about the summer blockbuster movies, and there's a lot of them. First off, we have How to Train Your Dragon coming up shortly. We have Superman. We have Fantastic Four. We have
Hello there.
28 Days
Oh
Later. So
snap, wait.
just making sure we have.
Yo, I'm here,
Oh,
man.
okay, we have our guest here, King's Lad. So basically, one thing that we're going to be doing once in a while on this show is we're going to have you, the audience, on our show, guest host. And in this case, King's Lad is actually a new YouTuber himself. Feel free to visit his YouTube channel. Now, briefly, King's Lad, why don't you just tell the audience who you are? But we're talking about 30-second elevator pitch, who you are and where they can find you.
Hey, bet. So my name is Kingslad. I'm uh I'm one of those, I guess, YouTubers that don't like to show their face. You can find me on YouTube. What's it called? Yeah, I'm on YouTube. So it's Mr. Kingslad because like you can't find me that good if you just write Kingslad. So I wrote Mr. Kingslad so you guys can find me.
And, and,
So
and King's Lad, why don't you comment on the live stream so people can find you super easily, and you can say,
that's yo.
make sure you can watch me here. Okay, how about that? So make sure you do that so anyone can find you. So first
I
off,
will.
everybody, welcome to Movie Talk Now. This is the first live stream we've done in over a year. The last time we did a live stream, we were airing the motion comics for Justice League 2, Justice League 3, and having a watch party. So this is the first time we've actually done a normal live stream where we're talking about news events, we're talking about the summer blockbusters, and we're gonna allow you guys to join the feed. But hold on, I need to join the feed first because we're doing this from Zoom, and I want to make sure I can catch all your questions um, in
This is
real
so
time.
awesome.
So hold on, people.
Bro, I'm so
Okay.
excited, man.
Okay, there we go. Hi. So, hi everyone. All right, looks like we're getting a bunch of people in the chat. So now
For real?
everybody can absolutely comment. Now, Jackson James just said, "Have you seen the new Superman trailer?" A Superman trailer just dropped today. I've only seen a teaser for the trailer. I haven't seen the new trailer yet. But let's just talk. Let's start with Superman. So, Kingslad, first of
Hi.
all, as a member of the audience, a random sample poll, are you excited for Superman?
I have my hopes, man. What's it called? So, Superman. I've heard like criticism because it's like James Gunn kind of directs like goofy movies. I mean, mostly from Snyder fans because they're a little bit salty, which I literally saw a picture of one of them going to Walmart and destroy the Superman toys. But anyway, I do think it'll be like a little funny, a little bit like goofy, but I do think that there is hope and Superman will be good. I was about to say Superman 3. Blah.
And that is
But
the worry right now is there going to be too much comedy in Superman. And make sure you comment below if you're watching the live stream. Are you worried about too much comedy in Superman? And here's what I'm excited about. The main trailer, the first main trailer for Superman didn't have many jokes. It had one sort of a joke at the end when Lois Lane said, "Wait, you have a dog?" And that was really the only comedic moment in the trailer. And guys, if this was going to be a comedy, there would have been comedy in the trailer. So they're clearly going in a serious direction. Yes, there's going to be jokes. Yes, there's going to be lightheartedness. But at the end of the day, it's a James Gunn movie, and I trust James Gunn because when you look at Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1,
mm-hmm,
good movie. Guardians of the Galaxy
exactly.
Volume 2, decent movie. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, great movie. The Suicide Squad movie, good movie. Peacemaker Season 1, excellent. So when you look at what James Gunn has done, it's a good discography. Now let's talk about the box office for Superman. And guys, I know there's a lot of people watching in the live stream right now. I am personally keeping an eye out. So make sure you comment any questions and join the conversation. So right now, let's talk about the Superman box office. Right now, Superman tickets are available for Amazon Prime members.
Oh,
Amazon
for real?
Prime members have access to an early screening of Superman, and you can get those tickets today. Now, as of right now, those showings are almost sold out in the major areas. Now, Kingslad, are you planning on seeing Superman in theaters, and what are your expectations for the box office? Is this going to be a major hit? Is this going to be below expectations?
You know what? I think personally that it's gonna pop off because it's like, okay, it's like Iron Man, right? You're gonna be there for like the beginning. So it's like people want to be there for the beginning, and as a result, I feel like that's gonna pile on. It's gonna essentially FOMO's gonna happen. Same thing with Cabbage Patch Kids, if you remember that.
Of
I
course.
feel like that's
FOMO, fear of
yeah,
missing out.
yeah, that's essentially what's gonna happen again. And I believe that, like Cabbage Patch Kids, people are gonna run to the theater. So this may actually beat Fantastic Four and Jurassic World.
Okay.
Potentially.
Interesting.
Potentially.
No, I mean that is quite a prediction. And honestly, one of my friends, Slav at Slav's Free Talk, had a poll recently, and he asked the audience, "What movie do you think is going to perform the best? Jurassic World, Superman, or Fantastic Four?" And surprisingly, Superman won overwhelmingly. So there's a lot of excitement for Superman. I think it's going to be a great hit. I'm predicting 110 million domestic opening weekend. I think it's going to do incredible. I think we're looking at an $800 million worldwide end of the day Superman worldwide box office, which is I think sets up the DC universe in a really, really good way. Now,
I
guys,
agree.
make sure you comment below if you're a part of this stream. Make sure you comment below any thoughts you may have so you can also join the conversation. Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
democracy.
King's
Mm.
Lad, you do mostly streaming video games. You have conversations while streaming. Quick suggestion,
Yeah.
quick suggestion for you, and this is a great thing for all YouTubers, and this is going to put you ahead, okay? Because
I
this is what I do for a living outside of YouTube. Uh, I help brands get found on YouTube, on
For
Instagram,
real?
TikTok. I do marketing for a living. I do video editing for a living. So I do this essentially all day, okay? What
Okay.
you need to do is you need to study and find the best people in your niche, and you need to start looking at what they do. How do they package their videos? What are their videos about? Oh, okay, it looks like they're doing their top 10 best moments in the last month, right? And then you want to start doing videos like that. You want to start doing titles like that. You want to
Mm-hmm.
start doing scripts like that. And you want to literally take screenshots of their videos, put it in an inspiration folder on your desktop or on your phone, and
Yeah.
start thinking like them. That is how you get views. That is how you get found. Nothing replaces emulating those that have already done it and are rocking the algorithm. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so go with the flow essentially, like find what's good on the algorithm and repeat it.
Yes, and don't reinvent the wheel. Find what people are doing in your niche. There's videos that are working. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. You start doing
Right.
different things after you start getting a ton of views. Does that make sense? And you want to start
Yes,
uploading
sir.
shorts with highlights. You want to start doing those top 10, top 3 moments. You want to have short videos, you want to have long videos, you want to experiment with different types of videos. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but the problem is I don't really have an editor and I'm not good at it. But if I
You just
believe personally,
you don't need an editor, and goes for anyone watching. You don't need an editor for YouTube. You just have to think about what kind of videos you want to put out there and start segmenting it. But let's move on to the next conversation. Fantastic
I
Four. Actually,
oh
you know what?
yeah.
Before Fantastic Four, let's talk about Jurassic World because that is actually getting
Okay.
released right before Superman. The problem and the excitement around Jurassic World is dinosaurs sell, the merchandise sell. I think no matter what, Jurassic World is going to make money. It's going to be a
I
profit
do.
film, but there's some warning signs. And if you go to Movie Talk now, you can actually check out one of our recent videos where Slabs Free Talk and I have a conversation about how it's not on IMAX. Okay. Now, another YouTuber commented and said, well, look, it's not really a big deal. They wanted to film it more so in the style of the original movies. But guys like me say, well, when you look at Jurassic World trilogy, it made a lot of money on IMAX. So the fact that they didn't make this movie for IMAX theaters is interesting. Some people debate if it's because Superman and Fantastic Four took all the IMAX screenings before they did. Some people say perhaps they're not as confident in the movie or maybe as confident in the visual effects. So there's a lot of debate around Jurassic World, but I think they're going in an exciting direction. That one scene in the trailer where the T-Rex is chasing Scarlett Johansson, chasing the team in the water in the boat, is actually a scene derived from the original Jurassic Park books. Okay, from the original Jurassic Park books, and they couldn't find a way to recreate that scene in the early 90s with the technology available. But now they
Wow.
can, so they included it in the scene. And I think ideas like that is what's exciting. I think that's a good thing. Now, Kingsley,
Yes.
what do you think about Jurassic World in your group of friends and from your age demographic? Are people talking about it? What is going on?
Not really. I mean, I feel like it's like the Star Wars thing where like people are like sick of it, where it's like, oh, this isn't my Star Wars. Or if you know the Arkham game, Suicide Squad, we're like, oh, this isn't my Batman, or this is my ending because he gets shot up, but it was a clone. But anyway, yeah, I think it's because like people are done. They're like, man, just let it end.
with
Like we do
Jurassic
not
World?
need
Do you
to be
think
paying the
people are
bill.
saying, look, we're sick of the franchise? You guys wore out your welcome. The last two movies were just not good. The first one wasn't great. It's time to end the series or at least take a long break. Is that what you're saying?
I potentially, I feel like it's like, I mean, look at a Star Wars. I mean, I saw like your like Star Wars post about Mace Windu being dead, and I saw this comment being like, "Yeah, that didn't happen, buddy. Episode 6 is the true ending. 7 through 9 did not happen." So I think that could come into play there.
And what he's referring for those watching, it has been confirmed in the canon comics that Mace Windu is dead because they did a recreation comic of the last Star Wars movie and they show Mace Windu as a Force ghost, but others argue, like Kingsley, look, we can't even consider that as a real story. Mace Windu is alive as far as we're concerned. So
Yeah,
there definitely is Jurassic Park, Jurassic World fatigue, and that is the worry for this movie. Now, I really do think of the three movies, it is going to be last in terms of box office prediction.
yeah,
I could be completely wrong. It may be number one. Dinosaurs do sell. If it gets good reviews, I could see it doing incredibly well. But I do agree with you. I do think right now there is more Jurassic World fatigue than there is any type of superhero fatigue. And honestly, I don't even necessarily believe in superhero fatigue. Personally,
mm-hmm,
I believe in bad movie fatigue. And when you look at the overall box office for movie theaters in general, sales have gone down overall, not just for superhero movies, not just for superhero like blockbusters, for all movies, it has gone
ex
down. There's just
ex
less of an interest for people to go into movie theaters. People are sick of bad movies. They're not happy
right.
with diversity. They want to make sure that when they take their family to a movie and they're buying popcorn and they're buying merchandise and they're spending gas money and they're wasting their time, that they're going to be guaranteed a good movie experience. And right now, Jurassic World has upset many families because it has not guaranteed that. But
Dang.
James Gunn has guaranteed that. When you go into
Yeah.
a James Gunn movie, it is a spectacle. Now, Marvel has been 50-50. Those who have watched Movie Talk Now definitely know that I'm a big fan of Thunderbolts, also known as the New Avengers. John Walker is my boy. He did nothing wrong. Check out my video. John Walker did nothing wrong. Great man, great Captain America. In some respects, better than Steve Rogers. But then you have Deadpool and Wolverine, which I really think reset Marvel, kind of slapped them silly, made them literally acknowledge in the script that the multiverse saga has not been working in the way that they thought. And then you have Captain America, Brave New
New
World,
World.
which was okay. They
Yeah, okay.
spoiled way too much in the trailer, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
excited for Fantastic Four. I think it is going to be a good movie. This is a prediction. I think Fantastic Four is going to end in a catastrophe.
I
I
do
think
too.
I think they're going to do something to stop Galactus, and it is going to cause an incursion. An incursion is when two universes collide, and that is
Yep.
going to be the reason why they have to flee the universe, and it will directly lead into Avengers Doomsday.
And
That's my
speaking about
prediction.
that, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I was about to say there's actual proof that supports your theory because why was the rocket ship scene in the post credit scene for Thunderbolts?
Hmm.
Why was it there? Like, what's happening?
It's a good point. Why is there suspense around them coming in?
Exactly. Did like Galactus eat the planet? Did like he like try to eat Richards, like the child? Because that's another thing too. I heard. Have you heard about that? Like he's gonna
Hmm.
be like a threat to like the Celestials or whatever, Franklin. I
Well,
think that's gonna be a major plot point.
Franklin Richards, for those watching, is the son of Reed Richards and Susan Storm, who was confirmed to be in Fantastic Four. The cute baby trend continues. We're actually even seeing a cute dinosaur baby in Jurassic World. Her name is
Of
Dolores.
course.
They've been pushing her out. Now with Fantastic Four, there's a literal human baby, Franklin Richards. Now in the comics, one of my favorite all-time stories is the villain Onslaught, a combination between Charles Xavier and Magneto. and they
Uh,
become one of the strongest beings, an evil being on the planet, and they are strong enough to defeat the Avengers by himself, right? And
hmm
he chases the power of Franklin Richards, and eventually he gets it. So you have the power of Magneto, the power of Charles Xavier, the power of Franklin Richards, all with the twisted mindset of a corrupt Magneto. I mean, it is excellent. It is a wonderful villain. I hope that is what they are leading up to.
yeah, I mean, we could be seeing a fusion like that. Because also, don't forget, they got the rights back, right? Because literally, we saw the cast in Doomsday, like they're there. And also, something I want you should consider is that Nightcrawler might fight Reed, like the actor. I think his name is Alan Cumming. He said he fought like Pedro or something. So, a little bit of a coincidence there, is there not?
It definitely, look, it definitely is a coincidence. No questions asked.
Exactly. Like, I mean, hey, they could be hiding something. Maybe he did Tom Holland where he's like, "Oh snap, I said too much." But it's like, hey, you could say as much. Actually, no, don't say a lot, but like you can give little hints. But like, yo, I think he's not kidding. I think we're gonna see something straight out of Marvel Rivals, like Reed versus Nightcrawler. Dude, I can't wait to see that fight. That fight's gonna go hard.
Look, I get it. I get it. And you know what? One moment, I'm going to invite people to our the conversation, because we have about another 30 minutes left here in the live stream, and I want to make sure people have the opportunity to join. Just give me one moment so I can invite everyone in the community tab to join our conversation so they can be part.
Yeah.
Join our convo.
Oh, while we're waiting, I guess like I want to like talk a little bit if you let me,
Of
because
course, please, please.
so like when you talked about how you need to like blow up and stuff, there's actually like a family, there's like a channel by me, and I've been trying to get their attention, and it's like I don't know, I'm a little guy. They have like I think last time I checked, they had like 3.96 million subs. Um, I've been trying to get their attention a little bit, but like they're not. I sent them like an email and stuff, but they won't listen.
No,
Um,
you're not gonna you're just gonna have to
yeah.
grind and do it. And look, to be honest with you, and this is true, and this is some advice before we move on to back to the movie conversation. This is advice for any YouTubers. The idea of relying on like a shout out from a big YouTuber is not going to work. And I'm literally evidence of this. And here's an example. When I first started out, I'm friends, personal friends with one of the most viral YouTubers on
Oh
YouTube,
boy. Oh boy.
Charles Perallo, also known as Pole Boy in some sections of the internet. But in all seriousness, he's had over 1 billion views on YouTube alone. Alone. And he goes
Wow.
viral on TikTok, he goes viral on Snapchat, he goes viral on Facebook, he goes viral on every platform. And he literally gets recognized on the street. He's famous, okay, in every respect of the word. I had him on my show. He shouted me out. And look, did it help for that day? Kind of. Not
Yeah.
and barely. And at the end of the day, people don't care. People don't care
Yeah.
if they want to see what kind of content you have at the end of the day. Are you enjoyable? Are you providing value? And that is what people care about at the end of the day. Okay, so don't
Exactly.
don't look for that. Don't feel like you're being ignored because if as someone who has almost 70,000 subscribers, if I reached out to someone with 1 million subscribers, they're going to ignore me too. They probably wouldn't even respond. Not only that, I have invited people on my show who have less subscribers than me, less views than I do, and they didn't even respond. Okay, so
Yeah.
it is what it is. You can't take that personally. Okay. So we're going to move
Yeah.
on into the next conversation. We're going to move on, continuing Fantastic Four with Reed Richards, Susan Storm, The Thing, and of course, Human Torch. There is some misinformation spreading, and I want to clear this up about Fantastic Four. There is a fake news report that Susan Storm is confirmed as the leader of the Fantastic Four, and they used a Collider article as proof. and the article went viral. Susan Storm
Oh boy,
confirmed leader of the Fantastic Four. I read the article. It did
you
not
did.
confirm her as the leader at all. What it did say was that if you look at past stories, she's kind of like the leader. That's what they said. That is
Mm-hmm.
not confirming she's the leader of the Fantastic Four. So it's important to make sure when you look at viral stories, just because it's viral doesn't make it true. And look, that doesn't mean Susan Storm is not the leader of the Fantastic Four, but the idea that it's been confirmed is very far from the truth. My biggest
Yeah.
story for Fantastic Four right now is I en- I didn't hate Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer, but the trailer really looked like that film, and we need a great movie. We don't need an okay movie. We need a great movie.
Yes. No
We need
fatigue.
an excellent movie. We don't have time for a mediocre movie. We don't have time for an okay movie. Marvel is at a precipice. It is at the edge of greatness or obscure mediocrity. And if they want to
Yeah.
look, Daredevil Born Again, which is a show I defend. I love Daredevil. If you ask what is your favorite Marvel property, Netflix Daredevil was number one for me. But Daredevil Born Again didn't even chart the Nielsen 100. That is where Marvel has gone, where some of the
Yeah.
most anticipated projects aren't even charting. Thunderbolts. You have seen me defend Thunderbolts. I promoted Thunderbolts because I enjoyed it so much. I didn't get paid to do so. Marvel doesn't talk to me. I love Thunderbolts. I love John Walker, the US agent
Yes, sir.
of Red Guardian. I love Yelena Belova. But at the end of the day, the movie did not perform. It
Yeah,
lost
exactly.
money. As far as I'm concerned, every indicator is either right about losing money or breaking even. That's kind of where they're at.
Oh, wait, you reminded me of something. What was his name? Critical Drinker. I don't know if you heard about that, but he like, oh, this movie's garbage. Oh, get out of here. Dude, that movie was fire, yo. Cause yo, you wanna know why it was good? I'll tell you this because, bro, it actually fought against someone who had like mental health problems, like because everyone has that, dude. Even me, I'm not perfect, and it talked about it, and it was really good. I like what they, and also I want to like when like Sentry was punching himself, dude. That's like metaphor for like beating yourself up over past sins, you know?
I get it.
Really good. It was great. That's why it was good. But unfortunately, it's the fatigue. Oh, it's Marvel. Don't watch it. Listen, man, I really loved that, man. It was like a diamond out of the rough, and unfortunately, there's stigma. That's its biggest problem, you know?
And I implore everyone watching this stream to check out the channel and I actually have a video on Critical Drinker because in my opinion, he's gone too far. He's gone too far. He lost the plot. I was a subscriber to him. I was a subscriber to Nerd
Dang.
Product. But guys like Critical Drinker, and to be specific, he called Thunderbolts cringe. He used the word
Bruh.
cringe to describe one of the better written Marvel movies in the last 5 years. Think about that.
Bruh.
And outside of it being Marvel in the context of Marvel, it's a good movie. It has good pacing. It respects the characters. At one point, Critical Drinker says that they insult the men in the movie. John Walker was awesome in the movie. The guy has a feat that he jumped higher than the Statue of Liberty. I mean, the guy was awesome. Red Guardian, I thought, was the soul of the team. He really
Mm-hmm.
was what made it from a group of people working together to an actual team. And then you have like you talked about really well, the human mental illness, depression aspect of things. And
Yes.
every member of Thunderbolts has a level of depression. You have Red Guardian who's still remembering his prime days and watching old videos. I mean, he's stuck in the past chasing glory. You have Yelena
Yeah.
Belova who's looking for meaning but can't find it. You have
She's alone.
Bucky Barnes who does anyone need to go into his past? I mean, he is the most screwed up person in the Marvel universe, but right now he's now a congressman. but still in some type of active duty. You have,
Yeah,
of course, Sentry, who is crazier than 2001 Britney Spears doing a fusion dance with Kanye West. I mean, the guy is Looney Tunes crazy, okay? I mean, he needs some serious, serious help. I don't think
for
they should be
real.
putting a cape on him and sending him to battle, but you know what? That's what they want to do, and they're going to learn the consequences the hard way.
Well, if you watch The Boys, Homelander is actually a good reason why you don't do that. Because look at him. Literally, no, I'm not kidding. He's a man child who likes to drink literal breast milk. And you know what? He's unstable. He literally
Mhm.
put thousands of people in an oven. Like, what's wrong with this dude? Like, you can't put anyone. Okay, well, this kind of contradicts the Spider-Man message, but literally, not everyone should wear the mask, if they're mentally ill or villains. You can't, dude, because you're just
Ex-
gonna have it's a recipe for disaster.
Exactly. And guys, anyone who's watching the live stream, feel free to join the conversation. Did you enjoy Thunderbolts? Do you think the human aspect was worth uh criticizing? Do you think the movie was cringe like Critical Drinker said, or do you think it was the step in the right direction, setting up Marvel for potential greatness? Make sure you comment in the description and make sure to check out Mr. King's Lad's YouTube page. If you enjoy video game content, he's a newer
Yeah,
YouTuber. A lot of newer YouTubers should stick together, work on strategies, coordinate, collaborate. So if you're a new YouTuber, make sure you collaborate with Mr. King's Lad. But if you enjoy video games, be sure to follow Mr. King's Lad. You'll be sure to
yeah.
agree. He has very fun perspectives. His activity is always one point. I do appreciate him being a member of the Movie Talk Now community.
And you know what? Like, I think you were partly the reason why I started because like I literally looked at my channel because I saw like a lot. I had like almost 10 subs. I was like, what the heck? But then like back in the day, I used to like I used to troll like another like streamer. But I think that was actually the reason why like I got a little bit of subs. I know it sounds weird, but that actually inspired me to do my own thing. And yeah, so I essentially piggybacked off someone's success by being a troll and it worked.
No, look, that everyone has to start somewhere, and I wish I started it. I wish I started my YouTube page when I was younger because I would have gotten. I wish I went through certain mistakes earlier, and you're gonna go through that same process by putting the content out there, by testing it, and you get the
Yeah.
idea. So anyone who's interested in video game content, make sure you follow Mr. Kingslad. Now, the next subject, the Human Torch. There's a lot of
Oh,
conversation about Mr. Joe Quinn, the Human Torch, who's
oh,
from Stranger Things. I think a great actor, great
Eddie
actor.
Munson.
I think he looks like a good Johnny Storm, but there's criticism because he did say past iterations of Johnny Storm being a womanizer isn't exactly cool. At the end of the day, I think being with women when you're single is cool. I'm married. That's for me as an older guy, that isn't a cool thing. But when you're
Yeah,
single, and other people are single and you're a young guy, guess what? When you have a lot of arm candy and you're meeting a lot of new women, it is perceived as cool. So I don't know
exactly.
what he's thinking, but a lot of these actors are in Delulu land, and thankfully they're not the ones writing the script. I mean, what do you think, Kingslad, as a member of the younger generation?
Well, I think like I think this goes back to Thunderbolts because I feel like a lot of people hook up nowadays because they want to feel connection. But if you saw videos of like guys in the gym, you can't even look the same way at like, girls because like they're gonna be like, you're looking at me weird. And I think that's caused fear actually among them because it's like this is why like the dating has declined because like I think COVID like just like flipped everything on its head. Like online, like this became popular. I don't know, like back then Zoom bombing was popular. And so I think it created a precedent where it's like, let's just do this online, but there's no real interaction unless like you meet up in person, you know?
I get it. I get it. And that's a fair perspective. Now let's talk about Fantastic Four's box office. Now
All right,
I'm going to make a prediction here. I
go
predict
ahead.
750 million. Fantastic Four is my prediction for Fantastic Four. I think it's going to do a little bit worse than Superman, but I think it's going to do better than Jurassic World. And I think it's going to be profitable. I think people are going to, I think it's going to get good perception. I think there's going to be huge excitement that early weekend, but it has stiff
Yeah.
competition. It's still competing with Superman, still competing with other films like 28 Days Later and other movies coming out. So that's where I put it. What about you, Mr. Kingsley? Where do you see Fantastic Four at the end of the box office run?
Honestly, I'm gonna say like 550 million. Like,
550. So you think it's going to lose money
oh, well, somewhat. Like, I think
or
because like
break
this is
even?
yeah, I think this is from personal experience. I did not know which one I was gonna see if I had to pick one, but because I saw Thunderbolts in the post credits, I was like, "Dang, this is actually going somewhere." Like the post credit scene, I actually want to know because why are they there? What are they running from? So it's like I want to that creates curiosity amongst like fatigue, stigma, but but a lot of people didn't see Thunderbolts, you know, so I don't think they're gonna be like, oh, they don't even know what happened with the rocket, you know. I don't think they even know about that. So there's like unless you see that, there's no like curiosity spark because it actually shows it does matter, you know. I think that's what's
Well,
gonna happen.
it's a good point, and honestly, they need Fantastic Four to have momentum because this is the last. Think about this. This is the last movie before Avengers Doomsday. The next
Yeah.
Marvel movie is Avengers Doomsday. There's no other movie. Yes, there's going to be some shows in between, but this is the last Marvel movie before Avengers Doomsday. So the
Yes,
after
sir.
credit scene needs to be baller. People need to go, "Oh my God, what the fuck is happening? Oh my God." That's what that's what needs to happen, okay?
Yeah.
If that doesn't happen, if it's just like them having shawarma at the same the Avengers had it and that like that's the connection, then they utterly failed. Yeah,
Yeah.
they utterly failed. We literally need like Doctor Doom absorbing the abilities of Franklin Richards, something of that levels, and him saying, I'm taking out Marvel's Earth next. Whatever it is, right? It needs to be of the highest caliber possible. I mean, what do you think? First of all, are you staying around for the after the credits, or are you leaving before the credits?
Oh no, I'm gonna try and stick around, but like if I like get told like in this case like my hood like yeah, like I gotta leave, then I will, but I don't want to. I want to stay around because like you said, it needs to be good and not like She-Hulk dancing like type bad because that will really hurt it. Because yo, that really like put a bad rap on that show. So I hope they learn and they learned that some stuff can work, but like for certain stuff it has to be like extreme. Like I hope for that, like I mean, this is gonna sound messed up, but like, if they truly can't come up with anything else, not gonna lie, he should just drink Franklin and become like, I guess, like a powerful being. And that sounds so messed up, dude. You know, I
Yeah,
mean,
no, I get it.
I'm
So
also
look,
like,
it's interesting on Fantastic Four. That has to be a movie that sets up the future of Marvel in a strong way. We have Ironheart coming up next, which people do not care about. I think that
no,
comes out in August. So we have Wonder Man, which is not going to build up much excitement. So really, what Marvel needs is Fantastic Four to really blow people away, and then they need to do even bigger on streaming. Thunderbolts needs to be huge on streaming. I predict Thunderbolts is going to be available for streaming right before Fantastic Four. I could be completely wrong about that, but it would be great for excitement. It really would be to have that so people can watch Thunderbolts. So that's my prediction. I think Thunderbolts is going to be available for streaming before Fantastic Four because
yeah.
they need that level of momentum. They need that level of enthusiasm. Guys, comment below. Do you plan on seeing Fantastic Four uh, in theaters, or are you going to wait for streaming? So those are really the big three movies. You have Jurassic World, you have
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic Four, and you have Superman. You have some other films like 28 Days Later, and then How to Train Your Dragon. I think How to Train Your Dragon is a sleeping giant. I am predicting 850 million for How to Train Your Dragon. We're talking about it could get close to a billion. I mean, I think How to Train Your Dragon is a sleeping giant. I think it's gonna bring in a lot of families in the
Yeah.
summer season. What do you think?
I think like, I think like it's gonna be like, what's it, 700 like I think it's personally, I think its box office will be like 750 million. But like, if they do something crazy, it could go higher. Like, even if like they have like Tom Holland and like, well, RDJ's like, what's his name? Doctor Doom, I almost forgot. And like, he just takes off the mask and he looks at Pete. He's like, Mr. Stark, and then he just looks at him like, I hurt you 2,000, Pete. That would go that no, that would go crazy because that would be fan service, and fan service could really pull them out of the water. So maybe that 750 million got to go up, but
I
if they
get
don't
it.
do anything crazy like that, it'll go down. But if they do, it'll go up. Even like small moments like that, you know?
I get it. Now, last topic of this conversation, Avengers Doomsday. Okay, let's end it with a bang. First,
Yeah.
we saw the chair, the live stream that announced the first round of members that are part of Avengers Doomsday. We have the original X-Men cast. We have the new Avengers. We have Sam Wilson. But there were some noticeable people that were not on that list. We don't have Spider-Man. We don't have
Hmm.
Wolverine. So we don't have Captain Marvel. We don't have Hulk.
Deadpool.
We know Doctor Strange is not going to be in this movie. He's going to be in Secret Wars. So we don't have Daredevil. We don't have
Deadpool.
so we don't have Deadpool yet. We don't even have Halle Berry's Storm yet. Okay?
Dang.
So first off, let's just go down the list. Do you anticipate Spider-Man being in Avengers Doomsday? I personally believe the delay has something to do with including Spider-Man into the plot. What do you think?
I think personally, yeah, like, cause like I mean, they kind of hyped up a scene with Scorpion, so I think they want to work on that because they know like it'll be better for business. Also, Sony does sucks with money, so it could be something else. But I believe that they're gonna give the fans what they want in a gang war, and then like he's gonna go there just to fight, and then that's where he'll meet like his like gang members, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield and Venom, and that's where like they're gonna like team up to fight
You
against
think Venom will be in this?
Oh yeah, I do think he'll be in there. Like you literally, if you saw the cutscene, post credit scene. You literally saw him like a cockroach going to a vial, and like I think it touched like a symbiote or something. I haven't
Interesting.
seen it since
Okay.
like November.
Okay, so
So
we have an official prediction here. I'm not sure. Look, I think it would be really smart business to have Venom in some capacity in Avengers Secret Wars, not Doomsday, but Secret Wars. But Tom Hardy actually confirmed today in an interview that a Spider-Man Venom movie almost did happen, a crossover movie, but office politics was the reason the movie inevitably did not happen. I personally
yeah,
think Spider-Man and Venom in a crossover movie would have been a $1 billion movie easily, easily $1 billion movie.
but
There would have been a lot of excitement, a lot of merchandise. It would have been fun, and then whoever the villain would have been of that movie, unless it was just those two fighting, would be huge as well. I would have pushed for Carnage, have a Maximum Carnage story, but unfortunately, that's not going to happen yet. Do
I
you
mean,
the symbiote will go on Peter Parker and we're going to get the Black Spider-Man story in Avengers Doomsday or Secret Wars, or do you think that's a story they're saving for later?
I think they might do that actually, because you know what? They've been banking a lot on nostalgia. Because I think Ryan Reynolds taught them like, dude, you got to do nostalgia, bro. Like, what do you guys do? Like, you're doing too much. And even made a joke like, "Oh, the multiverse is done. Come on, guys." But then like he has like OG cast members, like actors, and that honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I think Deadpool and Wolverine working together was like hype enough. So I think if that same hype transfers to Venom and Spider-Man, not only when they like work together, but also I think that he's gonna get the suit. He's gonna get it to match the hype, and that's how like the movie's gonna become a hit because of fan service and nostalgia if done right.
Okay, that makes sense. What about Hugh Jackman Wolverine? Do you anticipate him appearing in Avengers Doomsday, or are they saving him for Secret Wars?
I think they're hiding it a little bit. I don't think like I think they're saving him like his quick cast reveal. I think he'll be in Doomsday, but like they didn't show it because they're hiding him essentially. They don't want him to be. They don't because you talked about how it like Red Hulk got revealed and they ruined too much for Cap 4. So what if they learn from that actually, and as a result, we're gonna see him in the movie instead of like a trailer, just like Red Hulk. You
It's
know?
possible. It's,
See?
it's a really good question. Now, do you think Red Hulk will be in the movie?
Hmm. I feel like maybe he could join the Thunderbolts. Like, I mean, you're not gonna. I mean, I don't know if it'll be like fan if they'll do fan service type stuff, where like He's Wolverine's gonna give him like his wrecked hands from Deadpool. Wolverine be like, "Here you go, bub. Change into these." And then like he's gonna like Hulk out wearing like X-Men pants, and then like they're gonna like use the belt buckle to hype up the X-Men MCU Avengers. I don't think I don't know if they're gonna do something like that, but like that kind of hype with him, like different
Yeah, no, I get
universes,
it.
like
Now, what about Daredevil? Do you anticipate our boy Charlie Cox as Daredevil joining Avengers Doomsday or an Avengers team or Secret Wars?
I think he may be with the Defenders, but I don't know him and his boys. Sorry, Gal, Christian Ryder. I don't know if they're gonna pull up to the scene. Maybe with Punisher, but like I feel like Punisher will get along with the Thunderbolts. Maybe there'll be like a civil war with him and joining the Thunderbolts. Like, you
That
guys suck.
that would be fun. I would
Yeah.
certainly be in. And look, I think team films are the future. They're speaking about Deadpool having an X-Force movie. I
Mm-hmm.
think that makes a lot of sense for the character. Deadpool does work better in a team dynamic, in my opinion, and an X-Force could be a lot of fun. If
He
they
works great in both.
say that
Oh,
again.
sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I was gonna say he works great in both, but like a team makes it more funnier. It's an
So
amplifier.
exactly, because you have this different dynamics bouncing off of that crazy aspect. If it's just crazy, then you don't really have that contrast. So Deadpool works great. I think that's one reason why Deadpool and Wolverine, in my opinion, is the best Deadpool movie.
I like that one too. I agree with that. Yeah, because like, dude, you literally got Wolverine, uh, Blade, well, Elektra. I feel like people wanted Daredevil, Ben Affleck. I feel like, but like, you even got Gambit, dude. Ryan managed to bring it back, and you know what? Instead of what's his name, Channing Tatum, being like, the official Fox X-Men one, they're like, no, we got something better for you. You're the MCU one for Disney, and not only that, but you actually get your costume. So yeah, I feel like that's why I think it is the best,
Cool.
but people have different opinions. But I mean, you don't have to like Deadpool Wolverine. People said it was like weak and stuff, which I don't know. I don't agree with. I thought it was really good because that actually tapped into mental health stuff too. You know,
Did.
actually, yeah. You ever notice matter and antimatter? Like Wolverine doesn't want to matter because he thinks he's a killer and he's undeserving. Meanwhile, Deadpool's like, I want to matter. I want to have friends. See, that's where it comes in. But personally, like, I mean, I guess it's like God of War type stuff where like Kratos is running from like his past. Maybe they'll do that with Wolverine potentially in like Secret Wars or Doomsday where he'll get his redemption. Or if like, well, I don't want to like, where it's like maybe like he's gonna like be able to maybe Doctor Doom's gonna cause like a projection onto like his like younger self, and he's gonna like confront it and be like, you've always been more than what others saw. This is not who you are. And then he's gonna like feel better. Then they're gonna kill him and save the day. I don't know.
Look, it could happen. And look, my friends, I just want to make it clear to everyone watching, my friend King's Lad, even though he looks like he's part of the LA riots, he is not there.
Dang! That's crazy! Yo, I'm in the East Coast, bro. I'm not even freaking LA. Yo,
Even though
no, that's foul.
anyone who watches Movie Talk now knows that some roasting is bound to happen. Some parents kind of get roasted. So,
Did you call me
but
a dad? Hold
no, no,
up.
no, in general.
Okay.
But any last words, my friend, to the Movie Talk Now audience? What are your thoughts about the summer blockbusters? Are you excited for the future of movies? Do you think Marvels are going in the right direction? What's your final words for the audience here?
My final words is that it's gonna be. I feel like we're gonna be popping off with great stuff. Like I said, if like Wolverine gives him like his right pants to like Red Hulk type stuff, where he's like, "Here you go, bub," and like the people with like the weird fantasies, I guess, just get to like see that, and and also you have literally Franklin getting absorbed by what's his name, Doom. He's like, "Boy, come here." All right, that was cringy, but like you get what I mean, where it's like he's literally taking his power. It's like, oh my gosh, this is like Iron Man. This is worse than when Iron Man died or Logan died. This is literally he's becoming God Emperor Doom. And also like if you have like him killing Sentry like in a fight, I feel like they're gonna be like that's gonna cause even more hype. Like you get what I mean? Like that's a
I
money
get
making
it.
fight right there.
Look, I
Straight out of
get it.
Marvel Rivals.
It's a good point. Um, And I just want to thank everyone who's been watching this live stream, who's going to join in after. Thank you for joining. Let me know
Yeah.
if this is a format you want to see more of. I can do more of this, or just continue doing the kind of videos I normally do on the channel. You let me know. Make sure you follow Mr. Kingslad. He's an active member of the Movie Talk Now community. He's a newer YouTuber. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of commentary on his channel, but there's also going to be
A
plenty
little
of
bit.
gaming, and you'll be able to have some nice ASMR stimulation in the background.
Dang.
Well, that was not a knock. That's
Oh,
not.
my fan. That's right. My AC.
Say that
Right?
again. No, I'm saying ASMR. ASMR is
Oh.
ASMR is a term like when people like to watch like things in the background, kind of like it makes them feel.
Okay.
So like I consider video game content like a little bit like I'm sorry, it's like that's your generation's word. ASMR. Look it up. It's like
That's
an
crazy.
example of ASMR is people will literally watch people popping bubble wrap and like it'll get millions of views
Exactly.
because
Like,
it's like there's like a calming aspect to it. So please, I wasn't knocking you at all. I think
no, 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 no. You
I'm just
good
trying to
boy.
help categorize your channel. So, if you're into video games, if you're into ASMR, you want to watch commentary or, make sure you follow Mr. King's Lad channel for movie talk and movie discussion. More is coming. More videos are even being released later today. So stay tuned. Let me know what you guys think about the streaming aspect of the show, and we look forward to seeing you next video.
Bye, guys. Thank you guys for coming. Um, thank you, my Jits. I really appreciate it. I got called an LA rioter for you guys, even though I'm East Coast. I'm literally East Coast, dude. Like, that's not those are my enemies essentially. You know, that's wild.
All right, my friends. Thank you guys. Thank you, Mr.